Look at me. I'm the captain now. Okay, I am the captain of this ship. I'm not waiting for nobody. We're gonna have fun regardless. Usiponipenda nitapendwa na nani? Nitakuwa mgeni wa nani? Ukiwa mbali nami nabaki tabani. So, in the spirit of Valentines, we are going to be talking about love today. I don't know if you guys know this song by xoxo that's called Feel My Love. It goes like, usiponipenda nitapendwa na nani? Nitakuwa mgeni wa nani? Ukiwa mbali nami nabaki tabani. If you know that song, this entire conversation is based off of that song. So please make sure that you stay tuned. Make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, and let's talk about it, okay? If you're new to my channel, my name is Rose Love. I make faith-based lifestyle and a bit of self-development content. Today's video is leaning towards the self-development aspect because we are talking not only about love, but about self-love and how to get out of the rut of unrequited love, that cycle of begging for love, feeling like you don't deserve it, feeling like you're not being loved the way you want to be loved, and then what that does to you and how to get out of it. The reason I'm referencing this song is because I'm going to reference that song, and I'm also going to reference a conversation that I was having with one of my girlfriends. That is the reason why I'm making this video, because we were talking about her birthday and how she was not celebrating her birthday, and we're going to get into that. So if you don't speak Swahili, what this song basically is saying is, it's a question. If you don't love me, who finna love me? If I'm not your guest, whose guest am I? And when I first heard this song, it was during a very interesting and dark time in my life. And I think I was experiencing, I know I was experiencing a lot of unrequited love. Unrequited love is that love you put out that never comes back. And you know, like cringe and cry and you just go crazy about it. Not just romantically, but it can happen even like in families, it can happen with your friends, it can happen in any situation. It's not just a romantic thing. So I was experiencing a lot of unrequited love around this area of like 2021 and 2022, that era. And I remember when I was singing this song, I think I was singing to those people like, if you don't love me back, who's gonna love me? But lo and behold, 2024 December, I went for the xoxo concert. And I went specifically to sing this song at the top of my lungs. I did not go with no man. I went there with my cousin, and we were there for like separate experiences. Like all of us just wanted to go have a moment and cry and just, you know? And that was, I think, one of my best concerts thus far. Anyways, as I was seeing it in 2024 from a very different point of view than I was in 2022, 2021, I realized that I think subconsciously I was not only singing to those people that were not loving me back, but I was singing it to myself like, Rosie, if you don't love yourself, who's gonna love you? If you keep putting yourself in these situations that hurt you, these situations that demean you, that make you feel like you're not worthy of love, who's gonna come and save you? If you don't plan dates for yourself, who are you waiting for to come and excite you and make your life interesting? I realized this because in 2024, I'm healed and I can see it from a different point of view. And I remember just having a moment at the concert and I was just like, how the tables have turned. So let's talk about the birthday. My friend was telling me yesterday that she did not celebrate her birthday because she forgot about it. And I'm like, how do you forget? She's like, I don't know, babe. Like Safaricom is the one that reminded me that it's my birthday. And no one ever remembers my birthday, so I think I just made a mental note to never remember it. I'm like, therein lies our problem, okay? It's fine for everybody to forget your birthday. It's not okay for you to forget your birthday. And I was telling her my story of how 2022, not only was I going through a horrible breakup and all those things, but I remember like I had the worst birthday. I've had a history with bad birthdays, but I think this was my most painful one because I think I was at a low moment and I expected at least those around me to try and love me back, you know, like try and nurture me back to health because of what I was going through. And they didn't do that. I remember my birthday was like a by the way, like, oh, at like 10 p.m. 11, oh, we're so sorry, oh, you know, we've been busy, happy birthday, I hope you had a good one. And I was just like, what? At that time in my life, I had an Excel sheet for my budgeting. I had a whole column for birthday gifts. I deleted it that month of October 2022. I'll never forget. I deleted it. I used to be very intentional with loving people and just putting out love, because if you guys don't know, my name Rose Love is actually my middle name. Like my name in Kimeru means like the loved one, or my love. Let me tell you, I was like, this has to end today. Fast forward to 2023. 2023 was one of my best birthdays. I remember, like, I wasn't expecting nothing from nobody. I had a list. For the first time, I had expectations from myself. I'm a very go-getter, ambitious babe, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to your area of self-love, I wasn't doing the best that I could at that time. And here's the thing, people think that, you know, such situations in life are rooted in trauma, childhood trauma, and they are, legitimately so. I also think that there's some things that are just situational. You can be in a season of your life, because I feel like I've normally been the type of person who loves myself. I cater to myself. Like I've always been that kind of person. I take care of myself. But there's a season that can come in your life that throws you off balance, to the point that now maybe it brings to surface some of the childhood trauma that you've not healed from. But it's not you acting from that. It's just the situation. Because I think I was in a situation where I was just not doing the best that I could for myself, and it's like a ripple effect. It's just like a snowballed all the way out of control into this season of unrequited love everywhere I went, and I just felt like, what the heck. So 2023, I make a decision. It's gonna be my year of love of self, love of others, and love of God. That was my theme, and that was when I was starting to, you know, reclaim my power and what all those things people talk about healing. And I made a list for my birthday, and I remember top of my list was an iPad, and a specific type of iPad. I wanted the iPad Pro 256 M2. Like, I had very specific specs that I wanted. Remember, I saved up for it and I got myself that. And for some reason, my colleagues, my friends threw me a surprise birthday. Everybody was like, what do you want? What do you give us a list? And I'm like, the list is ready. Here you go. This is what I want for my birthday. And I'm never the type of person to like ask straightforward like what I want. I was like, that has to change today. And I got gifts, like very functional gifts, like things I really needed. And we had a nice dinner. Like, I had a good time in comparison to the previous year. Fast forward to 2024, which was the year of Next Dimension. But I remember for my birthday, again, I was not waiting on nobody to do nothing for me. I had a plan for my birthday. I was gonna wake up at 6 in the morning. I was gonna run an 8-kilometer run, and I was going to do my hair, and I was gonna go for dinner with my girls, period. Sunday, I had a whole intimate lunch planned out. I booked a table. Like, look at me. I'm the captain now. Okay, I am the captain of this ship. I'm not waiting for nobody. We're gonna have fun regardless. So I woke up, my phone had been on D&D. Woke up, went for the run. I'm on the run. My small brother was blowing my phone up. I was ignoring my phone because I was having time with nature and God. Like, I was watching the birds. You know, sometimes I would run and then I would slow down and I would just like take pictures of the sun. Like, I was just happy. I was in my moment. I was by myself. I went for the run alone. So I'm just like, I'm having a good time. Why are you calling me? I pick up the phone and he's like, happy birthday. I'm like, happy birthday to you too. And he's like, have you seen the messages? I'm like, no, I've been offline. Like, I think I have a screenshot of how happy me and my bro were on call, and you could just feel the love. The love was there even before he called me. He just amplified it. So this is what I was telling my friend. I was like, you have to stop waiting on people to come and love you, because usipojipenda utapendwa na nani. So I was telling her, like, there's this energy shift that happens, and I think I want to root this on the Bible, because there's a part of Genesis, I don't know if it's 29, I'm going to confirm and I'll put it on the screen for you guys. And if you want me to do a whole devotional breaking this passage down, I will for you guys. I'll make another video where it talks about the unloved woman. That is literally the title, the unloved woman, Leah. And something that happened to me, I shifted from being that unloved woman. Not like I've been like this my whole life, but specifically in this season of my life. I shifted from that to being the loved woman. I go places, I get things I haven't even, before I had an issue asking for things. Now I don't even need to ask, people just love on me. Strangers, I was telling my friend, like, I'm so loved by strangers. I don't know what it is about them. They just love me for real. And that's because I remember a session I had with my therapist after some crazy things that happened in my life, family, whatever. And I was telling her, you know what, I think I'm going to be okay if it's just me and God. Like, I'm done waiting on people to come in and support me and love me and do all these. I think I'm going to be okay. I remember my therapist told me, Rosie, now that you stopped fighting for love in the places where you're not getting it, I think you're finally ready to receive true love. Like, you're ready to actually receive, because your hands, she was trying to explain to me how my hands were so busy holding on to people that don't want to be held on to, and now I've released them, and now I'm like, I'm ready to receive love. And I was like, wow, yeah, I think that's it. And I want to tell you that is exactly what has happened over the last couple of years. My energy, my aura shifted from woe is unto me to like, what a good day to be me, you know? But there is something about it. The devil is a liar. For me to be called love and for me to feel unloved, like, that's just demonic, first of all. I wanted to make this video during this time of Valentines, when we're all thinking about love, and we're all thinking, why don't I have girlfriends to do Valentines with? Why don't I have a man? Plan something for yourself. Do something for yourself this weekend. Don't, especially if you feel that heavy unrequited love, it's time you take your power back. So obviously this would not be a good video if I didn't give you guys tips on how I feel like I've filled my life with love. First things first, I started by taking back my unrequited love from areas where I felt it most. Like, if there was a place where I was feeling like, I think here it's a bit unbalanced, I took it back. I started now, for example, my birthday was one of those areas where I always felt like, I'm giving so much, what's happening? Why don't I receive nothing? You know, there's a difference between not receiving enough or a lot to nothing. There's a very big difference. I remember for me to scrap that whole budget for people's birthdays. I remember there's a time, it was someone's birthday, someone close to me, and I sent money, they got cake and all that stuff, gifts. And then my birthday came around, like, oh my God, I wish we could send you a cake. I was like, but you can. Literally can go to a courier and send me cake if you want to. Why? Who? I sent money for your birthday. So anyways, take back power or love in any area you feel like you've been giving too much and you're not receiving. Start redirecting it. So now if it's your birthday, for me, it was my birthday. That was one of the areas I started with. Start giving yourself instead of waiting. Start filling your cup yourself. That's tip number one. Tip number two is you want to pivot the energy that you're putting out. Instead of always making it feel like you beg, start affirming yourself and pivoting from being like, I need, to I have a lot of it. And this is where a lot of people have capitalized on this whole issue of manifesting, law of attraction, seduction, all those things people are talking about. Basically what they're trying to tell you is fill your cup and pivot. If you feel this energy is off, pivot, change it. If there was something you used to say, like, I know I had a friend who used to tell guys that she was interested in, I'm so glad you met me before you met Rosie, because you'd fall in love with Rosie. I'm like, don't ever say such a thing to a man. Like, those are some of the ways you pivot. It's with your words, it's with your actions, it's with your energy, it's with your time. Start changing the way your dynamics are in terms of your relationships and the areas where you feel you're not loved. So take back power, pivot. And the third thing is to actually fill your cup with love. That can look like anything for you. It could be journaling. It could be, the best way is actually just to spend quality time alone. Quality time alone means not scrolling on social media, not watching Netflix. That's why I said something like journaling, something like thrifting, shopping, something that fills your cup. Only you know what fills your cup. Do more of that. Another thing is, if you don't know where to start, just have quiet time with yourself, where maybe you can play, if you're not easily distracted, you can play some calming music, some calming like jazz or something, just some tunes in the background. And you can just say, every end of the day, I'm going to ask myself how my day went and take toll of my day. Like, oh, I had a good day today. Oh, what went well? That's a good question. This went well, that project launched, what didn't go so well? What can I do about it? This, and you can like have quality time with yourself. That's why journaling is the best, because you get to keep track of your thoughts. Another way, if you're feeling like your life is just horrible and all these things, is, sorry, I just got a nice notification. Another way to fill your cup or take time with yourself when you feel like life is just horrible, you don't like your life, is gratitude. Like, spend 5 minutes just saying like, what am I grateful for today? What's actually good about my life that I should love? Maybe another tip I can have on filling your cup is taking care of yourself And this could mean mentally, physically, emotionally. You know the areas where you've been. You know, when you're spending so much time loving people who don't love you back, there's always somewhere that you sacrifice. I'm not here to say that love is a transaction. I'm just saying it's a free flow of energy. There's always somewhere you neglect. For me, it was definitely like my lifestyle. Like, I was eating very badly, I was not going to the gym, and I'm normally a fit person, those kinds of things. Yeah, start filling that cup. Ask yourself, what is it? Is it mental health? Is it emotional health? Do you need to go to therapy? Do you need to go to the gym? Do you need to eat better? Do you need to create routines for yourself because all your time you used to spend on this person? No. Start rewiring that area of your life. Something else that I can just add there that I was telling my friend is every month you can just write, like, list down the months, January to December, and be like, each month I'm going to do something for myself. So it could be like, January, I'm going to go on a walk every week. That's your gift to yourself. February, I'm going to go for a spa date. March, I'm going to get myself that purse. So Easter, I'm going to spend time with my family. We're going to go for lunch together. Just plan out an event or a gift or something you're doing intentionally for yourself. And I don't know how to tell it to you guys, but people can always tell when you're loving yourself, and they will just gravitate towards you. So I thought I would share that in the spirit of love. I hope this video is somewhat helpful to anybody who is in that season of wondering, like, oh my gosh, am I ever gonna find love? Yes. I think I want to end it actually with a quote. I think I saw it on TikTok, and it was saying that the greatest love of your life is yourself. The person you're waiting to save you, it's you. You're gonna save yourself. The person you're waiting to come and excite you about, it's you. The greatest love of your life is not somewhere far off adrift. You're living with that person. So love that person intentionally, fully, and just see how your life changes. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking, by commenting, by subscribing, by sharing. And if you want me to do the devotional on the unloved woman, I am certainly willing to go through that passage in Genesis with you guys. Just let me know in the comments below, and I wish you a happy Valentine's. And yeah.